Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeff. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Star Trek Lower Decks, the inner fight.
Mm-hmm.
We got a few references there. TNG, Voyager,
Yep.
character,
Mostly just
actor.
big-time TNG references.
I heard a familiar voice.
Okay, Thomas Riker confirmed not stuck in a Cardassian prison.
You know, I expected like a novel or something, like a little DS9 spin-off novel to explain how they got him out during the Dominion War. That'd be a cool book.
Mm-hmm.
Simple to write.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that he's not stuck there.
Oh, I figured he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know, it's a convenient little easy story.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could add Eddington into it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That'd be neat.
Mm-hmm. We need more Canadian characters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm from Alaska. It's close to Canada, isn't it?
It's Canada adjacent.
Oh no, Lower Decks reference.
Mm-hmm.
Command has a list of civilians that need to be located and escorted back to Earth.
7 of 9, Beverly Crusher, Thomas Riker, and Nick Locarno.
Oh my god, we're gonna meet Beverly Crusher?
No, the Vancouver has her covered.
So it starts out, they're at this little research place.
Mm-hmm. And they've got the venom chickens or whatever.
They look like little dinosaurs.
They were
Chickens.
adorable. They're adorable, deadly things.
Yeah.
Not quite on the Moopsy level.
No.
But
I like the researcher. He's just like, oh, they're my passion. They're my passion when the fence is down.
yeah. Yeah, so Mariner's getting a little out of control. She's, going way too hard, putting herself at risk, always trying to save everybody.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. She needs to dial it back a touch.
Yeah, we've been complaining about that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very noticeable.
Yeah.
We're just like, you're just repeating what you did earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And we do eventually get a reason for it.
Yes, we finally got a little bit of some more backstory on Mariner, and we are just directly coming from the Lower Decks episode of TNG. She's talking about her friend Cedo, which was the Bajoran girl that was sent to spy on the Cardassians and ended up being killed.
Now, question about this is she's really upset about this, and we assume that this incident is what pushed her over the edge, but that incident would have happened a while back.
Yep. Yeah.
So why is it now at the forefront?
I think it's about
because of the lieutenant.
Yeah, because the lieutenant, now she's in a position where she, could have to send people on dangerous missions like that. And being an ensign, that's not something that she's ever going to need to do. And she was also talking about, the Dominion War, where that was where she was a lieutenant the first time. And maybe some shit like that happened to her there.
Captain brings everybody in except for Mariner.
Mm-hmm.
Have a little talk.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, was my daughter being crazy? And then they're like, let's send her off on a safe, easy little mission, fix a buoy.
Mm-hmm. Turns out that's the planet we've been beaming everybody to.
Yeah. Very stormy, electric storm planet.
Mm-hmm.
They had a Klingon ship watching them.
Mm-hmm.
Ends up shooting them down.
Activating emergency transport!
Oh, we're alive!
Cerritos is on a different mission of trying to find, let's see, they give us a list of Beverly Crusher, Thomas Riker,
Nick Locarno,
and 7 of 9.
7 of 9, yeah.
And Crusher's already got picked up by the Vancouver.
Mm-hmm. Boimler wants her to teach him how to tap dance.
Subconsciously.
Yeah.
The tap dancing doctor. You don't go to her for weddings.
Mm-hmm.
They go to this lawless planet.
Yeah. Yeah, this was kind of a Star Wars episode. We had the cantina and the moon of Endor kind of thing.
But it was Mudd's cantina.
Yeah, it was Mud.
Mudd's is a notorious dive for all sorts of unsavory rogues. I aced my hoodlums and racketeers seminar at the Academy. Let me do the talking.
The one bounty hunter that just keeps getting through every checkpoint while they make Starfleet wait.
Mm-hmm. I kind of assumed that was going to be Locarno, but then it was Billups.
It was Billups. It was Captain's plan.
Yeah.
Not if you actually follow the dialogue, but it was. It worked out perfectly for the
Where'd
captain.
they get that cool ship?
Yeah.
Where'd they get that cool ship for Billups? Maybe it's one of his dragon ships.
It looks like a one-seater, but I'm pretty sure all of them went back on it.
I don't know. It could be a cool dragon ship.
Yeah. We did see female dinosaur coming out of the shuttle earlier.
Mm-hmm. Gorn.
You think Gorn, but I think there's other dinosaur races.
No, they just... We've seen the Gorn before in Lower Decks. That's what they looked like.
Yeah, but they didn't eat anybody.
No. We're allies now. Kirk beat them up, and we're friends.
Yeah, that's what changed.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now have 1 minute until you're doomed.
Sorry, Mr. Broker, but I'm not intimidated by a puppet.
That's not a puppet! He's got all sorts of internal organs!
We got the funny little creature from the original series, the puppet.
Yeah, the Baylock thing. That was great. It just clearly was Baylock.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job of maybe a more reasonable look at Starfleet showing up in full uniform in these CD bars. It's just like, no.
So many times they do on TNG, and it's just like,
Yeah, like when they were off looking for Picard when he was being Galen or whatever. Yeah, but very much like that.
Picks him up, shakes him. He's got internal organs, Captain.
He's got organs and stuff.
Yeah. Klingon ship, I think, shot them down. The emergency beam. So, if the ship's been destroyed, what's finishing the beam?
I mean, I think it's... Don't worry about it. I always... when this happens, I always feel like what we're seeing is a little bit offset. Yeah. Like, they finished their beam down, and then the ship got destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
I guess, yeah, you would just kind of disperse if it destroyed while you were beaming.
I told you it would work.
Yes, you're so smart. Now shut up and help me kill this thing before it gets free.
What the hell's going on this planet? We better stay hidden until we...
Starfleet!
Not so tough when you haven't tricked someone, huh?
On the planet, we've got, Romulan fighting the Ferengi, and they do that to trick a Klingon.
Mm-hmm.
Steps in a little trap.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly we got all the survivors down there from the planets.
Yeah, even the Binars.
Yeah.
And we never got to see the Cardassian ship. I wanted to see the Cardassian Lower Decks.
No. Get the Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe it'll be on the bonus.
Hey, I would buy the Blu-ray if all the episodes were an hour. Like, here's all our uncut full hour.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, Paramount won't let us do half an hour.
I've been a little disappointed with a lot of the bonus features because I've been getting Blu-rays for a lot of the seasons, and like there's not enough bonus features
for a lot of Lower Decks.
For Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And like not Discovery, right?
I have a couple.
Oh my God! Get out of here now! You can leave the room, sir.
Well, like not any of the newer seasons. I got season 1.
Oh wow!
It's got
When
Lorca.
It started out so great.
It's got Lorca on it. It's fine. But anyway, like there's so much less special features on shit these days.
Yeah.
Because people, I guess it's just not a worry.
No,
like,
it's a trick because it's like, here's our special features, and then like, hey, here's way more special features on this new one we just remastered for you.
Yeah, I guess so. I remember, like when I was getting all my Simpsons DVDs, every single episode had a full audio commentary. And that was cool. Like if you, like just listening to the people who wrote, directed, whatever, the episode, just talk about whatever. And you know, it was just really interesting if you're a big fan of a show to hear, you know, some thoughts of the people behind the creative process for this. And there's like 2 episodes in Strange New Worlds that have audio commentary.
Yeah, I'd rather hear way more if I was going to get those. So I guess I just won't.
Yeah. Like, I'm still going to buy the season 2 one just for whatever they have to say about the musical episode because I need more information.
Right? Not Discovery?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because I just need more information about that. But anyway, what the hell were we talking about?
Oh, they're down on the planet and they're calling Mariner out for being crazy.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, fine, whatever, be dicks, let's take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sneaks off.
Yeah.
And she fights a Klingon.
Fights Klingon Boimler.
Yeah. And then they talk in the cave because it rained glass shards.
It rains glass. Love it.
Yeah, that's when she talks about her friend and all her issues. And then they hug, even though Klingons don't hug.
Mm-hmm.
Honor your friend, slay your enemies, and study your, what is it, plants?
Yeah, sometimes it's plants. My name's Beckett.
I am
Yeah, like, it's just like, oh, let's just fight here. He's like, it's too confined, we cannot fight here. Yeah. And then later it's just like, there's the clearing out there, we'll go fight. It's like, no, we're friends now. We're working out, we're allies.
Yeah. And of course this is where it's gonna go. You know, we've got everybody on the planet. Gotta all work together. That's the Star Trek way.
Well, they get to the relay station that, deals with the buoy, and they're like, oh, yeah, we can get there. We can send out distress signal. But everybody else is there. Ferengis are stealing fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And what we got? Some Orions.
Yeah, Tendi continues to be very useful.
Yeah. Yeah, they were going to kill Beckett, who decided she was going to talk instead and try to do the Starfleet way. Mm-hmm. And then Tendi pops out of nowhere, and they're like, Constress of the Mistress of the Constellations.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
It will be an honor to die with you.
I'm not fighting. No, there's been enough of that.
Then accept my thanks for making this easy. Captain Cosmia, stand down. Mistress of the Winter Constellations.
I think the only Orion who hasn't recognized her was the guy in the Deep Space Nine episode.
Yeah.
Because he's not like a real Orion.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Then Beckett gets beamed away, and we're not sure why at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing else happens. So yeah, let's go. She gets beamed to minimalist quarters.
Yeah.
And then Nick Locarno opens the door.
I really do not think I would have ever guessed Nick Locarno as being behind this.
Well, I mean, he's like, let's get into some trouble, or let's cause some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, got a lot of like TNG lower decks kind of connections here.
Yeah.
And Mariner was a troublemaker and all that stuff. So like,
but was she ever irresponsible? Because Locarno is irresponsible.
What are you saying? I mean, it's pretty impressive, that starburst maneuver.
Yeah, and you showed me that post.
Any more irresponsible than Red Squad?
Red Squad. We don't talk about Red Squad. Red Squad was a mistake.
Yeah, I'd say so, pal. And that was like an Admiral-sponsored mistake.
Yeah.
To the other cadets, the members of that team are gods, and that's a hard image to live up to. But Nick Locarno, he watches out for them. He keeps them together. Nick is what makes that team special.
Locarno trying to show off and do a starburst maneuver, that's a little bit dangerous. Not his fault one of the cadets couldn't pull it off.
Okay. Hot takes coming in.
He's their coach, surrogate father, and best friend all in one. A natural leader. The members of that team love him. If he asks them to do something, they do it. Even if it means going right over a cliff.
I gotta back my Robert Duncan characters.
Yeah, this is really fun because he's already been on the show as Tom Paris, and now he's on the show as Nick Locarno.
That's why when I saw Thomas Riker, I was just like, ooh, fingers crossed.
Yeah. No, we are ready to bring Frakes back in any context.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we got, I wonder, because, they're going off after these Federation people, so I wonder if the next episode we might actually have them all, like, together.
Yeah, a little best of. I mean, these are all characters that have recently been in Star Trek.
Who hasn't?
Within the past year.
Who has not?
That's true. So it's, like, very possible we can get these people for a quick 30-minute episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Probably could have done it while they were involved in the live action ones. Just drag them into a booth for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Whoa! Hey, relax!
Nick? What the hell are you doing here?
We're gonna cause some trouble together.
That's when the episode ends.
So this is about what we expected, a two-parter for the last two episodes, putting this mystery back together.
Yeah. The mystery of Locarno.
And I guess this makes sense, because Lower Decks is always trying to tie it back to, like, Lower Deckers of the past. We've talked about O'Brien being the most important Starfleet officer, and we're talking about, Cito Jaxa, and now we've got a Lower Decker that's the big bad, which we've kind of had before with the Packleads, the Lower Deckers of the Star Trek bad guy hierarchy.
I wonder if we'll bring back the nurse. Beverly's nurse.
Oh.
She could lure her out. She could be part of the plot.
She could.
Go to the Vancouver, trick Beverly off the ship. But yeah, we gotta figure out what his end game is. Stealing all these ships, maroonning all these people.
Nick!
Nick Locarno! We're Starfleet!
We need to take you into protective...
Captain?
Oh my God.
I guess it's some kind of revenge against Starfleet roundabout way for booting him out. He did end up kind of like he took responsibility for it at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Well, he was the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got sent off to prison, and then he became Tom Paris.
Then he became Tom Paris. I know. Like, bringing Locarno back, like, I do sort of prefer my headcanon where Tom Paris in Voyager just is Nick Locarno. Just mentally replace that name because that's what we wanted to do anyway. Like, that's clearly what the writers wanted to do anyway.
Yeah, no, Locarno's a really cool last name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fun to say.
Mm-hmm. Then they made Tom Paris actually hang out in Paris, which is just like, name him something else.
It's a low grade thinking process.
There were problems with Voyager. Yeah, a lot of good things, but there were problems with Voyager.
Yeah, you know, I can occasionally like fall into some Voyager and just be like, oh, this was a really good Star Trek episode. Mm-hmm. Doesn't happen with Discovery.
You're just living in fear of the next season.
When
do we get that?
Who is
like soon?
We've seen teasers.
Okay.
So we might even have a break again. You never know.
Yeah, there's gonna be a break. All right.
This is probably where we were supposed to get season 2 of Prodigy and
oh yeah.
So yeah, they said Discovery 2024.
Okay.
For the Empire!
Final thought, me? Anything else?
Final thought, me. This is a part 1 of 2. I was very surprised with a couple things this episode. I was very surprised that we're tying directly in with Mariner's backstory to the TNG Lower Decks episode. And I was very surprised that Nick Locarno is our big bad. So I would like to learn more about this. I'm hoping we can get a bit more growth for Mariner. Because I think I said in the Ferengi episode, like, I feel like she's learned this lesson already.
Yeah.
And that's been a bit of like, I'm ready for Mariner to take that bit more growth and become a bit more Starfleet. And they've baited me a couple times with her having a realization, and it's starting to feel a bit stale.
Yeah. Repetitive.
Yeah, so I mean, they're certainly setting themselves up for season 5 being that, but let's see.
Wow. Billups? Do you know how sweaty and uncomfortable a full face helmet gets? Terrible.
You totally tricked those guys.
I knew walking in there wearing our uniforms would just make us targets, so I used their bias against them.
I did enjoy the idea behind the episode's name. Mm-hmm. I mean, because the inner fight would mean that, like, Locarno was part of Starfleet, so they're actually fighting against Starfleet because it's an inner fight.
Oh, okay. I was taking that to be more about Mariner's mental state.
I was originally thinking it was going to be about learning the flute as you grow old.
Mm-hmm. Except like a combat flute.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Mm-hmm. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.